More than 1 million people have been caught up in violent protests in France over the government's decision to raise the pension age to 64.
Protesters launched an all-out assault in Paris, looting stores, lighting fires and charging at police. Europe correspondent Lisette Raymer was there.
The violence swept the streets of Paris like a tidal wave. Shrouded in a smokescreen of chaos, hundreds of thousands clashed with police, their throats filled with tear gas as they fought to have their voices heard.
It's a mess. It's just a mess.
Their fight is with President Emmanuel Macron, but on the streets it is those in riot gear and those without who are at war.
Can this end peacefully?
Oh, peacefully? No.
That wasn't always the case. The morning started with a peaceful nationwide strike. Over 1 million people walked off the job, rallying against the government's decision to raise the pension age to 64.
I'm furious.
They didn't hide their hatred or who they were directing it at.
He's passing his law against the will of the people.
But it was calm. Unfazed Parisians were out enjoying the street-side entertainment.
They have been protesting for hours, peacefully but passionately.
The passion remained. The peace did not.
The police have just sprayed tear gas on this crowd, not for the first time this evening.
The crowd was going to extremes to get President Macron's attention.
Do you think the president is listening?
The rats of Paris overrun by a cat-and-mouse game between police and protesters. The first would charge and fire, the latter would sprint and retreat, but only for a breath-catching minute.
They just keep coming back stronger every time.
Medical teams struggled to keep up with the need. More than 120 officers were injured across the country. More than 170 people were arrested.
They are very aggressive, so we're very aggressive in return.
It's really frightening. This has clearly become about something so much greater than pension reform. This is now a fight to topple the president.
By sundown, all fiery hell had broken loose.
It's very bad. I don't like it.
The police didn't like it either.
This is the reality of the tear gas. It is absolutely suffocating.
It's itching. It's horrible. It's horrible. The nose, the eyes, everything is.
But yet,
It's not finished.
this anti-Macron army is already planning to do it all again next week.
Look how many people are here. So he's wrong.
The city of love is being choked by hate.
Well, Lisette joins us now. Lisette, is it at all possible that the French government would change its mind on this pension policy?
It seems highly unlikely, Sam. President Macron is adamant that this policy is the only way to save the country's struggling economy. He has broken his weeks-long silence on this controversial policy to declare that it will be in place by the end of the year. He has also compared the recent protests and the protesters to those who stormed the US Capitol in 2021. 5,000 police officers were deployed to the streets of Paris yesterday, but still they were utterly outnumbered by these protesters. They are vowing to be back en masse and with force. Already the next major demonstration is booked in on the calendar. It is set to coincide with the arrival of King Charles and Camilla here in Paris for what will be their first state visit since the Queen died.
Our Europe correspondent Lisette Raymer there live from Paris. Tēnā koe, Lisette.